in order to make sure her ex-husband could be happy. The woman firmly decided to quit her job. Ever since his ex-wife left, Ozan had been distracted in everything he did. His assistant told him to take a break, otherwise he wouldn't be able to work normally. Ozan said, "I feel like I'm losing my mind. This woman is always like this, suddenly walking into my life, and then leaving just as quickly." The assistant suggested he talk to Aisha. Maybe she had her own reasons. Ozan said, "I'm tired. I don't want to deal with her anymore." Just then, the secretary came in to report work, saying it was nearly impossible to find someone to replace Aisha, and she heard Aisha left in tears. Ozan's heart tightened again. He drove straight to Aisha's home, but her brother said Aisha was taking a walk by the lake. Meanwhile, Sina had been watching everything. At the lake, Ozan quietly sat down. He returned a bracelet to Aisha, saying it had fallen in his car. Ozan asked why she left the company. Aisha said, "Just like I told you that day, we both need to look forward." Ozan said, "If that's true, why do you look unhappy? I heard from others you left in tears." Aisha said, "How could I be unhappy? I can spend time by the sea, and help my family. There's nothing sad about that." Then she said she needed to get back to the restaurant. Ozan grabbed her hand, asking her to be honest with him, so he could understand what really happened. Aisha said there was nothing to say, and turned to leave. Ozan said firmly, "This time I won't let you leave me without an explanation." He told her to be ready. Tonight there was a thank you banquet for the wedding project. The organizers required both of them to attend. Without waiting for her response, Ozan turned and left. And again, Sina, who had followed, overheard everything. He thought back to all the moments since they met. The unease in his heart grew heavier. That evening, Ozan waited anxiously for Aisha. Just before the banquet began, Aisha arrived dressed elegantly as promised. Ozan couldn't take his eyes off her. Aisha explained to everyone there was heavy traffic, so she was late. Ozan said, "As long as you're here it's fine." Amid the applause, the two went on stage to receive the award. The host asked Aisha to say a few words. Seeing her nervous, Ozan whispered, "You can do this." Aisha pulled out her prepared speech, but after a moment she put it away. She spoke from her own experience, telling everyone she was born into a poor family. Life was never like a fairy tale. Marriage was not only about happiness, it was also full of challenges. She just hoped that the company's project could ease the pressure on newlyweds and give everyone a good start. When the speech ended, the crowd broke into warm applause. Ozan kept his eyes on the woman on stage, his shining ex-wife. He leaned close and said, "I'm proud of you." Then he gently let her down from the stage. Meanwhile, after a whole day of thinking, Sina finally called a friend. He wanted to find out who Ozan's ex-wife really was.
Ozan Korfalı var ya, bizim şirketin CEO'su. Onun eski karısı kimmiş, bana öğrenebilir misin?
This man never imagined the woman he loved deeply used to be his best friend's ex-wife. He invited his buddy to play basketball, quietly trying to vent his anger. Ozan quickly noticed something was off. He asked Sina what the heck was going on. Sina slammed the ball to the ground in frustration. He demanded to know why Ozan never told him. Aisha was his ex-wife, and I was out here like a fool confiding in you. I treated you like a brother, but you treated me like a joke. Ozan tried to explain, but Sina was too furious to listen. Completely blinded by rage, he punched Ozan right in the forehead. Ozan snapped too. He said Sina didn't understand what he'd been through, and warned him to stay away from Aisha. But Sina fired back coldly. "I'd do anything for her. I'll be the one to heal her pain." He stormed off without looking back. The next day Aisha returned to the office, but Sina didn't show up. Ozan saw her walk in and finally smiled. He gave her a call, and asked her to come to his office. This time she didn't run away. She showed up with confidence, and the first thing she noticed was the bruise on Ozan's forehead. She asked him worriedly what happened. Ozan calmly said, "A car hit me, but I'm fine." Aisha didn't buy it and told him to go to the hospital. "Hurry up." Ozan stood up, and asked if she really cared that much, then slowly stepped closer. Aisha backed away. She panicked and said, "Did you hit your head too hard? You're acting greasy now." Ozan wasn't fazed at all. He backed her into the corner, whispered, "You like this, don't you, babe?" Seeing his face so close made her feel like she was dreaming. She quickly bent down, and dashed away. Ozan watched her run, grinning with satisfaction. Aisha went to the lounge, chatting with co-workers over coffee. Someone suddenly noticed something strange. They all turned to look. Sina had shown up in a sharp suit. Aisha waved at him from afar, but Sina said he was busy, and walked right past her. Just then the secretary brought shocking news. Turns out Sina was the son of a major shareholder. Everyone was stunned. In the boardroom, Sina suddenly barged in, walked straight to the management seat, and boldly declared, from now on he's running the company. During the meeting, Sina kept clashing with Ozan's proposals. Their argument was intense. Tension filled the room. The meeting ended in frustration. Kagla had expected them to work together as a team, but things clearly went the other way. Ozan asked Kagla to step out. They needed to talk privately. Ozan mocked Sina for knowing nothing about the business, yet still barking orders. Sina said, I was your first supporter. I convinced my father to invest. Now I'm taking back what's mine. The war between these two men had just begun.
Hakkım olanı alıyorum. Sen de buna alışsan iyi edersin.
This woman has it rough, constantly mistreated by her two petty bosses. She barely managed to sort out all the documents, and delivered them to Sina's office, but Ozan saw it immediately. Noticing their pleasant conversation, Ozan quickly took out his phone, and asked Aisha to come to his office. Aisha rushed over in a hurry, only to find Ozan just saying he was thirsty, asking her to buy him 2 drinks. Aisha was speechless, thinking who needs drinks during office hours. Meanwhile, Sina learned from his assistant that Aisha was in Ozan's office. Soon after, Aisha received an urgent call from Sina. She hurried over breathlessly to Sina's office. Sina said he was short on an assistant, and wanted Aisha to help him out. Hearing she was getting a promotion, Aisha happily agreed. They'd talk over dinner tonight. After work, Ozan asked Aisha to dinner, but she told him she already had plans with Sina. Learning Sina wanted Aisha as his assistant, Ozan loudly objected, saying no way. Aisha asked why. Ozan said, you have an important report you haven't finished yet. I need it tonight. He told Aisha to meet him after work in the meeting room, to help her finish it. Meanwhile, Kagura was still confused by everything that happened today. She asked Sina what exactly was going on between him and Ozan to cause all this drama, but Sina refused to say anything, and even accused his sister of always siding with Ozan. Kagura was annoyed, and decided to ask Ozan herself. At that moment, Aisha was sitting with her legs crossed, munching an apple while working overtime. Ozan sarcastically asked, enjoying yourself, princess? Aisha nodded yes. Ozan added sarcastically, the servant is nearly finished with your report. Great job. Finally, Ozan couldn't hold back. At least check if I made any mistakes. Aisha immediately started flattering him. Who else in the company knows software better than you? Anyway, at least the job is done. They left the office. It was already pouring outside. Ozan wanted to give Aisha a ride home. Suddenly Sina called her. Ozan grabbed the phone and threw it away. Aisha was speechless. She quickly rushed to check her phone, shouting at Ozan, asking if he was crazy. Ozan admitted, yes, I'm crazy. Crazy for you. This whole company was founded for you. Everything I've done was for you. Aisha was stunned, asking what's gotten into you. Ozan said, I can't get over you. I want us to start again. Don't you feel the same? Aisha avoided his gaze, and tried to step away, but Ozan pulled her into his arms.
Bu sefer gitme. Gitme.